Buddy, you got blood coming out of your ears. You know that?
What? I can't hear you. I got blood coming out of my ears.
Well, what are we going to do?
What's up guys, Wade here, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Dead Island 2. The game is finally here after being passed through the hands of several different developers and being in development hell for about a decade now. It can't possibly be any good, right? Well, to be honest, I had pretty low expectations going into this. I watched a few gameplay trailers right before release day and was actually getting pretty excited. The visuals and physics looked amazing. Once the game showed up at my door, I popped it in and booted it up. As I worked my way through this game, I realized something a few hours in. The game is not as good as I had hoped, even with my lowered expectations. The best way for me to put this is, the game looks a lot better than it feels to play. It really does feel like a game that should have came out 10 years ago. Back then it would have been great, but in 2023, it's just good. I love the Hollywood setting with all the beautiful mansions, pools, and palm trees. It's a truly unique setting that I don't see too much of within the medium. The developers put a lot of effort into the design of each area and each house, as well as the physics and how the zombies' body parts deteriorate the more you hit them. But those are the absolute best parts of Dead Island 2. Just making the journey through these beautiful sun-soaked locales is worth a playthrough in and of itself. The story and performances are pretty bad. It's like your typical bad budget zombie movie. The voice acting is cringe and the writing is not very great.
I think they're getting closer. We need to go.
I'm not just gonna leave them here to die.
I mean, perhaps we should stay.
Darling, the world needs you. They'll protect them.
Wait, what?
Okay, Michael, if you're sure. Here is my address, in case you change your mind. Good luck.
Seriously?
I'll call the army. Send help. Go.
This is a game you sort of turn your brain off and just kill zombies. You can select your character at the start of the game, and there are a handful to choose from, all of which have their own look and style. It doesn't really affect the story at all, it's just a matter of whose voice do you want to hear as you play through the game. They're all equally bad, so it doesn't matter either way. When it comes to the gameplay, it's when things get a little, dare I say, boring? That boredom stems from the repetitive nature of the game. You work your way through one big area or neighborhood, kill zombies and solve a puzzle or two, and then it's on to the next one. It can become a bit repetitive. The actual zombie killing is merely okay. They seem to take a lot of hits, especially in the early stages of the game. At times, I felt like running away instead of facing the enemies because they were just so hard to take down. That was a big turnoff, especially in the beginning. There are many different weapons, but keep in mind that they break, similar to what we saw in Zelda Breath of the Wild. Maybe not to that extent, but it's still there. So you'll be replacing and repairing quite often. And for some, that can become annoying after a while. As you get stronger and more versatile with the help of the card upgrade system, things get a little easier and more bearable. Yes, there's no traditional upgrade system here, just cards you collect for different perks. It's different, but I prefer the more traditional way myself. As you work your way through LA, weapons aren't the only way to kill zombies. You have things like water, fire, and electricity that can work in tandem to eliminate larger groups of enemies. You can set different traps and use those elements to take zombies down. There are different types of zombies, such as the regular walkers, there's runners, brutes, and more unique types as you get further into the game. Some may require more thought and brain power on your part to take them down. There are plenty of things to collect and secret locations, but a lot of that will require backtracking, which is fine because the game makes that relatively easy. It's kind of fun to return to older areas once you're more powerful, and you have what you need to access certain collectibles, keys, and locations. Overall, I do recommend Dead Island 2 as a rental or a game that you just want to grab when it's on sale. It's a fun time for a short period. It's not very long, so I don't see the harm in pushing through its annoyances in order to enjoy the positive elements. I had a fairly decent time with it, but I'm also glad that I was able to rent the game instead of buy it. So guys, those are my thoughts on Dead Island 2. Have you played it? What are your thoughts? Put those in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys as well. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay notified for future videos. And I'll see you guys next time.